This was the hardest hike I've ever done so far, by far. It tops everything else done before that. We climbed up this extremely hard trail back in September. I think it's an appropriate time to release this video right before the new year as a treat. As you can see, the phrase climbed up is literal. With steep slopes of 45 degrees on average, we managed to finish the damn thing. Let's begin with the adventure while I explain all the details fully. Oh, and Merry Christmas everybody, and a Happy New Year! The starting point is a small town at an altitude of 675 meters / 2214 feet above sea level. We will reach the highest summit that stands at an altitude of 2510 meters / 8230 feet. That's an 1835 meters / 6020 feet elevation gain that will be crossed within a distance of 5 kilometers / 3.1 miles. From the top of the mountain and all the way down to the starting point, we will cross another 12 kilometers / 7.5 miles. So in total, today's hike will be 17 kilometers / 10.5 miles. That's how it looks on paper. But now follow us to see how it actually looks like in action. I'll be using mainly the metric system for the rest of the video, because it is better for these activities. We haven't crossed even the first kilometer yet, and we're already towering over the town below. In all these videos, I represent the heavyweight type of body. I'm a tall muscular giant with extra weight and heavy bones. Plus I'm wearing a heavy backpack. This combination is unforgiving when dealing with elevations, but I'm proving that you can keep up. Just embrace the suck. My two companions don't suffer from this disadvantage, obviously. The more we go up, the worse it gets. The slope becomes more and more steep. We are near the end of the second kilometer, and the angle doesn't go below 45 degrees. We've reached the border that separates the easy part behind us and the actual difficult climb in front. We're taking a little break before the 3 kilometers of climbing for the summit. From now on, we'll be on our fours for the most part. Activate. Monkey. Check. Now it will be easy. Me find bone. Me keep bone. I found an animal bone up there, and of course I took it with me all the way up and down. In fact, I scavenged a bunch of bones and took them home. I just hoped while climbing that I wouldn't join them instead. At this point we weren't really aware of how painful it would be, so we had energy to joke around. Let's enjoy laughter now while we can. Ain't that nice? A few steps forward, and we're high up there. We have entire kilometers to cross this way. Witness the difference in distance when dealing with such a trail in comparison with a flat road. To cross just a few meters, you struggle for minutes, but you must keep going. You can't be left there when the night falls. Time is always against you. At 2.5 kilometers, the town below is tiny. We're halfway there, and the hardest part is still in front of us. There is nothing worse than being exhausted and thinking that you're almost there, while you aren't. The angle of the slope hides the actual top, so each time you reach what seems to be the top, you get disappointed. Just don't think about it, and keep moving. Getting disappointed makes you feel pain much more. Also, just learn how to read the map, or GPS. If you always know where you are, then your mind knows how to save energy. And your mind doesn't panic because of the endless unknown that seems to go up and up and up. This is possible if you had the time to study your trail before attempting it. Good preparation is half of the hike. From this point on, we didn't laugh too much. A faint smile was the best we could give. Later on, we only had a nice frown on our faces. At least that applies to me. For the next kilometer, I forgot what it means to be bipedal. There is a special beauty in the scenery. Even though everything around us is a deadly cliff, it shows me how much we have climbed. Even though there is so much more to go, it is still a smaller but vital achievement. We're already above all the surrounding mountains. The little town behind us keeps shrinking and shrinking. The ground far down below is already becoming blue behind the distance. As I promised, it keeps getting more and more difficult as we go up, so the little breaks become more frequent to catch our breaths. The workout this darn thing provides is worth it, but the real reward is this view in person. Nothing can beat that. And this is the entrance for the final part of the climb. It was the absolute most challenging, and we did it! I really gave it my all. It hurt to the maximum the entire time, but the reward is way greater. This is something that no amount of money can buy. This is something that only you can do and receive the experience. We started at dawn. It is almost noon now. We only crossed 4.5 kilometers all this time. The sunrise happened behind the mountain. Well, 500 more meters to go and we'll be on the top. The way it feels when you're actually there, seeing how high up you are, even if you're in great pain, it's so unique. Seeing it on a video doesn't do it justice. Even now that I'm watching it with you, I feel kind of detached from the experience. At this point we needed only 100 more meters, but we were already too injured. We decided to have our main break and heal as much as we could. After a while, it was time to finish this. We went up the final uphill and conquered the actual summit. It is so strange. Moments earlier, it felt like the worst pain ever. Now that we did it and we're up here, it's all gone, like a past memory. The breeze was good, the sun was good, and we were winners. Plus, the rest of the trail goes only down. Time is still chasing us. Although we're winners and everything, we have to be back at the starting point before the sun sets. 12 more kilometers, here we go! I have to say, the way back down was gorgeous. There is an alien world up here, or even a world stuck in some forgotten time. During the winter, this place gets buried in snow and ice. That's why we're only seeing grasslands and bare rocks all around. There is a strange calmness around here. It is so peaceful. All the hurtful things are so far away from this place. The lack of daily sounds puts my soul to rest. It's another part of today's reward. There are herds of cows up here. They seem curious about us, but not really alarmed. That's a really cool surprise for us. We are not entirely alone in this isolated place. We found water, finally! Also, the place is surrounded by horses. This is where we were standing earlier, behind this rocky top, on the highest peak. See? We did all of that, and now we're going around. And after so many hours, the little town is visible again. Coming down isn't easy, but it's definitely better than going endlessly up. We did it, we survived, and in 10 minutes from now, we will have dinner, relax, and finally sleep at our camping site. Well, see ya!